So in this session, we are going to discuss what is email gateway or the email security solutions. So we all studied before, right? So when you wanted to talk to the internet resources, I mean when you're trying to request some resources from website or anything, so you'll be going through for example, you're working for a company where you'll be reaching to your firewalls, and then it is reaching to the Google, and then the reply is coming back, and then it is passes through the different security controllers like firewalls, endpoint security, and IDS, all these things, right? So this is the traditional communications. At the same time, so when you host your web applications, and if any of the user from the internet for example, you host a particular website on your on your network. Let's say this is one of the application you've been web application is um, running in your network, and one of the internet resource wanted to access, so he's supposed to come through internet, and he's supposed to hit like a kind of devices like web application firewalls, all these things. So the web application firewall will be monitoring the everything, every traffic comes through this web application. So which monitors all sort of an incoming and outgoing traffic and everything. So here the same way, so if all the email communications, right? So the users will be sending an emails to a different users within an organization or across an internet. So they'll be talking to a third-party vendors. So there'll be so those emails are not in their network. So it is going through an internet, and then reaching to the recipients. So in such cases, to monitor the email communications as well, so there is a device called an email gateway. So here, what is the email gateway? So basically the email gateway is, for example, here i am I so in the internet, so there is a guy called this is the XYZ company, where they are the vendors of the company, and this is ABC company, and so ABC company, where people are talking through an email, right? So here you have a device called email gateway. So the email gateway is monitoring everything coming to coming towards your network. So if any person, if any external person sends an email to your organization employees, so the email gateway or email security solutions of the organization will see what is this email, what sort of email it was, and which performs some of the scans, like the spam filtering, anti-spoofing, and the file filtering. So they do a different checks, and then everything is good, so then only it will allow the email to the companies, that is the organization users to read. So they have a lot of parameters, so we are going to discuss some of them, and upcoming sessions also we are going to discuss a few more things as well, right? So this is the email gateway or email security solutions. The primary function of email gateway or email security solution is to monitor all the incoming emails received by the users, or an outgoing emails sent by the organization's users. So at the same time, It is also looking at the internal level, internal email communication also, which is monitoring. But majorly, it is looking into what's happening. Especially the external emails coming from the different external emails hitting the external emails, which is primarily the attackers who is targeting the organizations, peoples. So those sort of the primary goal is to avoid those sort of phishing attacks. So there are as we discussed, so we are going to have a few more points why the email gateway, what is an importance of email security solutions for an organizations, why they have to keep email gateway. So what if there is no email gateway? So we're going to discuss the same thing now. So we have the vendors in email security. So email security solutions. So as we all know, majorly Proofpoint. So the Proofpoint is there, and then Mimecast, right? And there will be a Agari Defense, Agari, and there will be a abnormal security. There will be abnormal security. So they are primarily onto, or they are primarily into the email security solutions. So and yeah, so there are many other vendors, but they are the Proofpoint, Pimecast. They are majorly into the market, and yeah, again, Agari and Abnormal Security Solutions also works on an email security, right? So yeah, so there are many other vendors also. So there, okay. Yeah, let's discuss why the email gateway. So what is an importance of uh, email gateway? So why email gateway or email security solution? The first thing is the spam filtering. So what do you mean by the spam filtering? So the spam filtering is the primarily for spam filtering. What is the spam filtering is, so basically there will be a from an external side, there are huge number of emails especially targeting your organization employees, right? So which have sort of bad intentions. So those sort of emails which is going to harmful for the companies, uh, company data, which may causes the sort of emails which causes the huge damage to the organization. So so that's why the email gateway have the solution called, have this feature called a spam filtering. So what is this spam, what it is, what with the help of this spam filtering, so we can avoid so many of the advertisement emails. So those sort of emails we can eliminate directly without reaching to the user's inbox itself. We can directly eliminate from the email gateway itself. So how this particular spam email or the spam filtering works, so how the email gateway can do the spam detection. So what is the feature, or what is the feature which helps the email gateway to protect this sort of uh, spam detection? So it primarily have a proprietary algorithms which helps to detect this sort of spam emails. So every email will be proprietary algorithms will be uh, giving a spam scores for each and every sort of an email. So as soon as the email hits the email gateway. So the email gateway, the very first thing the email gateway will look into it. So what is the spam score for this? So the proprietary algorithms will scan the entire email, and then based on all the parameters like the sender address or sender domain and when it was created. So there are a lot of parameters. So based on that, it will give a score. So the scores is always, the spam scores is always between 1 to 10. The spam scores is always between 1 to 10. So always less than 4, less than 4 is considered as a email, good email. This good emails will be forwarded to the users 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 inbox, users outlook, users mailbox. Okay, so what if it is, if it is you know 4, if the 4, between 4 to 7, it will be considered as a suspicious suspicious email. Okay, so these sort of emails will allow to send a user's inbox, right? So there will be a inbox, but it will, there is a, along with the user's inbox, there is another folder called junk junk or a spam folder will be there. So the email will be routed to here. So the good email will go to the inbox, and the suspicious email which have the spam score of 4 to 7 will be will be moving to will be moving to s- will be moving to spam. So above 7, let's say if it is a above 7, will be considered as a malicious email, and that email will be deleted by email gateway. So which not allowed to the user's inbox or user's junk box or even the spam also, it won't allow to send an email, right? It will directly delete. Right. So hope you, if you saw in your Gmail itself, right, you will be receiving all the good emails to your inbox, but some of the emails which is looks to be a, which appears to be suspicious. So in such cases, it will be moving to the spam folder. In the same way, the organizations also, the organization's email gateway will also do the same function, right, based on the spam scores. So each and every email will be have this spam score. So the spam score will be given by the proprietary algorithms in a email gateways. So they will be provide the score. Based on that, it the email will forward to, either we need to forward to the user's inbox, or we need to delete this. Okay, the spam scores are very important. Less than 4 will be good. Between 4 to 7 is suspicious, and above 7 will be considered as a malicious email. Okay, so that is the one of the feature. So, and there will be another feature is called anti-spoofing. What is the anti-spoofing? So, what do you mean by first spoofing, right? Spoofing means, for example, so I'm working for let's say my name is xyz at the rate of ibm.com. So spoofs, if somebody spoof my email address like IBM, so same, he's not working. I mean, he is not, he create the email which which looks like the same IBM, right? Or if let's say if you see on your emails like some of the emails coming from ICIC.com, right? ICIC.com, but you know there will be a slight mistakes in I. Instead of I, it might be a one sort of things, right? So in such cases, this is how they try to spoof emails, and then they will try to send, like they those emails appears to be coming from the legitimate legitimate sources, like banking sectors. They appears to be coming from the banking sector or any other trustworthy entities. So this email gateway have this feature called anti-spoofing. So the anti-spoofing is to protect this email gateway or email security solution provides or stop this spoofing activities. So if someone try to spoof your try to spoof other organizations, then it stops those sort of it stops those sort of emails in the email gateway itself before reaching the users. Okay, so how it will do, on what parameters? So basically the anti-spoofing feature in an email gateway which uses SPF in any SPF in email header, SPF, DKIM, and DMARC. So by using these features, SPF, DKIM, and DMARC features, right? So we can the email gateway can uh, stop the anti-spoofing or spoofing based email spoofing attacks. Okay, so we have the session here itself. We have another video which talks the entire session. We have a one entire session which talks about a complete SPF, DKM, DMARC, very step by step. It was explained very clear manner. You can you can watch after maybe one or two videos after this. Okay, so So another feature is the malware defense, right? So what is the malware defense? Um, so malware defense is, let's go to the another page, that is a malware defense. So what is a malware defense? So basically the malware defense, in the sense, it always, right, if for example I sent an email which have a sort of an email have a attachment, right? So the email have a attachment. This attachment will go to the email gateway email gateway. Okay, so now the email gateway will scan this attachment as well by using a built-in AV solutions. So it is having like it is having some of the antivirus capabilities. It is having some of the antivirus capabilities which helps to scan the email, and if any sort of issues in an attachment, like if the attachment have any sort of malware is embedded, or any other issues on the attachment, so that it will scan and find it out. If any issues are there, it will not allow the email to send it to the user's inbox. It will directly drop the email here itself if the attachment have any sort of malicious content. So I can say the email gateway have the built-in antivirus capabilities, which will not allow malicious type of attachments to the user's inbox. Okay, so that is the malware defense feature. So the next one is the anti-phishing. So anti-phishing, what is an anti-phishing is, so basically the anti-phishing have the capability that's right here first, anti-phishing. So what is an anti-phishing? So first, phishing. So we all know what is a phishing. So phishing is it's trick the user by sending a some fraud message to the users, and then trick the users, and then steals steals the sensitive information, or do a some other destructions, like compromise the entire network or the servers. So now the what is the anti-phishing? So anti-phishing is something where the email gateways have integrated with a threat intelligence. So threat intelligence is something which it's a feed of any sort of an attack is happen, or if, for example, if there is any ransomware attack, or is there any other malware attacks, the threat intelligence will be sharing the entire process of how the entire attack is happened, and it gives you the different techniques used by the attacker, and the indications of what all the indications of attack, what all the indications of compromise, that is IOCs, and the different techniques used by the attacker. So all the information will be presented in the threat intelligences. So the threat intelligence, I was one of my course, SOC and SIM, I was talking more in depth about this particular concept. Uh, so if you already enroll the course, you can just have a walk through this particular concept so that you will better understand. So the threat intelligence. So now the threat intelligence is have latest attacks, and their how the attacker leverages the and he what different types of techniques used by the attackers, and everything will be there, and along with the diverse information. So those sort of an information will help to protect any sort of phishing attacks. Like, for example, if um, one of the organization which is working, let's say you're working for your organization is something working on a financial side, and other financial organization which is your competitor has been compromised through one of the phishing attack. So you know that this is how your competitor has been compromised, like or one of the phishing attack. So you know all the information about that attack, so you gather everything about the attack, and then so you build the defenses. So one of a building capability, one of the defensive building capabilities to you know so you need to protect from those sort of phishing attacks. So you will be having that, you'll use the threat intelligence, how the attacker enter into the organization with the help of the phishing email. So based on those sort of emails, those sort of subject line, those sort of senders, you will be block it in your email gateway, and you can block the IOCs, all that in anyway, your antivirus have all the your integrated AV in an email gateway also knows, in case if it is having any sort of an attachment, it knows that, so that it can stop it in the initial stage itself without reaching the user. So that's how the threat intelligence will help will help the will help to stop different sort of advanced phishing attacks. So that's the anti-phishing. And finally, we have file path. So basically, the file path is again, you can certain type of extensions you don't want to allow, right? Certain types of files you don't want to allow, or certain file names you don't want to allow, or you want to allow, you don't want to allow, or uh, a certain if the file size is more than more than this much of size let's say or 50 or 100 MB of data, you should not allow the particular file name which contains this. Or if the file type is something like some ext, I don't want to xy some abc dot ex extension, I don't want to allow. So we can do it in the file path itself. So sorry, file filter, not a file path. So file filter. So you can stop it in the file filter itself. Before reaching the user. So these are the uh, you know this is the reason why we are using. So these all are different functionalities um, uh, uh, provided by the email gateway. So we can have, so far we have discussed, right? So um, we have we have the spam filtering, which primarily used to detect and remove the spam emails based on the spam scores. And then we have anti-spoofing capabilities, which avoid the spoofing emails, which avoid any sort of spoofing emails received by the users, like it looks to be coming from a trusted entities. uh, so those sort of emails should be blocked in the email gateway itself, based on the sender framework policies, sender policy framework, and DKM, DMARC. So these will help to stop anti-spoofing. Sorry, this will stop spoofing based attacks. And so another one is anti-phishing. So the anti-phishing have sort of threat intelligence integrated with the threat intelligence, so that you can avoid any sort of advanced based phishing attacks. And then the malware defense, which the email gateway have the built-in AV solutions. These built-in AV solutions will scan each and every sort of an attachment, and then if any issues, it will not allow to the user's inbox. And then file path, which you can allow certain types, you cannot allow certain types, so that you can some sort of malicious extensions, you can stop it in the email gateway itself before reaching the user's inbox. So these are all the different features, uh, different functionalities offered by the email gateway. Okay, so now what other purposes we can, what all other purpose we can use? So in case, right? So sometimes we see, it bypasses the email gateway. All right. It will bypasses the email gateway, and it reaches the user's inbox. And one of a user, let's say there will be one of a user who receives an email, phishing email, and which have a sort of a link, right? So the email have a link, right? He opens up the link. Okay, he opened the link, and you open a link. This is a kind of harvesting credentials. The attacker is trying to target users' credentials. Microsoft Outlook or Office 365. He is looking for a Office 365 users, Office 365 credentials. So he can misuse his Office 365 credentials. That is his company. Let's say his IBM is working in an IBM, means he's looking for a is at the rate of IBM credentials. So he may misuse those. How he can misuse? He may use us to many other ways he can misuse it. He can log into, he can gain a sensitive information by logging to your Outlook, or he may have SharePoint access, all those things. So that's once one of a user receives, he clicks on the link which redirect to some Microsoft fake page, and there he has given a okay. He clicks the links, and a fake page is open. There will be a demo for you guys. There will be a one demo which talks about the credential harvesting. So you will see that in the upcoming session, upcoming video. So the fake page it looks to be like a Microsoft page. The user given a username, and that is his IBM credentials. So now once he given the username and password, what happens? Those usernames will reach reach the attacker, reach the attacker. So now he can use it in a, he can misuse those credentials. What you have to do, right? So you may get an alert from you may notify it from your security device that you know, so there will be a one of the email which looks to be a credential harvesting, or which looks to be something wrong. So that, or maybe this email sent to many users. So one of a user reported to you, right? So here is the user one has received, maybe 100 users also received, and one of the users suspect this is a phishing email, he reports to you, and that's how the security analyst comes into the picture, and you will be analyzing it, right? So I will be we have a lot of, I mean, we have the upcoming sessions where how to analyze the email will be shared. So once you analyzed, you confirmed it is a credential harvesting. So now what you're going to do is, so you will be using the email gateway here, email gateway here. So the email gateway analysis shows that something, the spam scores is something good because it might be newly created domain and everything. So there is a certain parameters, it not match spam score, everything is good. So that's why it's sent to the user's inbox. Now using the, you know, using this gateway, what all the actions you can do, the person who sent an email, right? So the person who sent an email, what we can do is we can block the person who sent an email. Let's say the guy was hacker at the rate of hack group, right? So what I'm going to do, I'll block this sender. He is the sender. I'll go to the email gateway. What all I will do, let me write here. So I'll block the sender in a email gateway, so that manually I'll go and I'll block it. So email gateway, I'll block, I'll do block. So also with this sender, I can search how many emails he sent to users, how many emails this guy sent to my company users, my company users. In this case, let's say he sent to 100 users. So now my primary agenda is to, what I need to do, I need to delete all these 10 emails with the help of email gateway. So these all I can do with the help of email gateway. So sender, first I can block the sender. I can block the sender, and then I can, so sender blocking here I can do with the help of this. And yeah, what I can do here, I can remove phishing email from users inbox with the help of sender, or you can use the subject line of the email. So you already identify the subject line, sender, who is the sender, and everything, right? So you have all this information. So you will be going to the email gateway and then search in a email gateway with the subject line or sender, so that you will have all the list of emails with the sender, with the sender called hacker, and the subject line is something invoice. So all the emails will be will be displayed, so that you can directly delete it from the email gateway itself. Once you delete it from the email gateway, so the emails will also delete it from the users inbox. So users may not see those emails once you delete the in a email gateway, right? So for the security analyst, it will help, because if the emails are still there in the user's inbox, probably they will sometimes after some time they come back and they will read those emails, then they will click the emails, right? Again, it is an issue. So that is the reason. So by using the email gateway, we can block the sender, we can block the sender email address, we can block the sender IP address, and we can also block the, we can remove the emails from the user's inbox, all the users inbox. If you wanted to remove a specific subject line of emails, let's say there will be a one spammer who sent a subject line of payment with 1,000 users, right? So that is something, a spam email, and it won't be a good email. So I don't want to be there those emails in the user's inbox. So I'll go to the email gateway, and check with the subject line, and then I'll filter with a subject line, so that I'll get all the emails from the different users. So in one shot, I can delete in a email gateway itself for all the users. So that's how we are going to use. So I've already shown, uh, in this here itself, in this video itself, so how we can do that. And we have one particular demo for the email gateway, how to search the sender, how to block the sender, how to check with the, how to search the different emails, you know, sender, how to pull the emails and delete the user's inbox. So there will be another video as well, so you understand there with the help of hands-on experience, with a hands-on. Yeah. So yeah, that's all. In this session, so we talk about what is an email security, what it is doing, why it is, what is an importance of the email gateway in a traditional network, and how it helps, uh, how it helps the security teams to protect from a different types of phishing attacks. All these things we saw, and I hope we have the next sessions where we have a hands-on analysis of different types of emails, like a credential harvesting email, and so we'll be going through all the email header analysis, and everything will be hands-on. I hope this session is informative. Thank you.